KSAT 12. The news at 5:30 starts right now.
Drone video capturing this site in Del Rio today. Migrants crowded under the bridge, now beginning to be moved out. Some leaving through San Antonio. We'll have a live report on that coming up. And several shootings in San Antonio. Police packing a parking lot in an apartment complex this afternoon. This on top of several shooting cases overnight. Those stories in a moment. But first, we begin tonight with breaking news. New video showing where a military plane crashed, leaving several homes damaged. The mound of charred and mangled metal is in a neighborhood in North Texas. This is about 10 miles northwest of Fort Worth in the town of Lake Worth. Police there saying 3 homes sustained damage, but none of the residents were injured. Both pilots in the military jet were able to eject themselves, one of them becoming entangled in power lines.
That is the parachute that got caught up in the power lines, that when our officers arrived on scene, that's what they observed, was the pilot in the parachute caught in the power lines.
The chief of Naval Air Training is describing the instructor pilot's condition as stable tonight. The student's condition is unknown, but is reported to be alive. Smoke could be seen coming from the area about 11 o'clock this morning. The Navy says this crash happened during a training flight that took off from Corpus Christi International Airport. That jet going down just 2 miles northeast of Joint Reserve Base Fort Worth. The cause of that crash still unclear tonight. This is a story we will continue to follow both on air and online on KSAT.com. You can also sign up for the KSAT app to get more breaking news alerts. Now, new images this afternoon coming from the border city of Del Rio. Border Patrol agents faced with massive crowds of migrants, many of them staying in makeshift tents. Today, a bus also arrived on scene, officials beginning to fly some of the migrants back to their home country. This morning, Border Patrol announced 3,300 migrants were put on planes to be taken to detention centers. Some of the flights carrying these Haitian migrants taking off from San Antonio. Our John Paul Barajas has been covering this developing situation for us. He joins us live tonight at the San Antonio International Airport. And John Paul, how many flights have left so far?
Well, Tim, it's all hands on deck in Del Rio to process, relocate, and return migrants. And according to AP sources and flight trackers, 3 planes have left here, each carrying about 145 passengers. The first one around 3 o'clock this morning. Now, this is all part of the federal government's 6-point plan to get the migrant crisis under control in Del Rio. Yesterday morning, a Val Verde County commissioner told me they had roughly 14,600 migrants under the bridge. This afternoon, the Border Patrol Chief Raul Ortiz stated the number was down to 12,600, with an expected 3,000 more being relocated by the end of the day, and he hopes to have the makeshift camp under the bridge cleared within a week.
Within the next 24 hours, U.S. Customs and Border Protection will have searched nearly 600 agents, officers, and DHS volunteers. We are working with source and transit countries to accept migrants who previously resided in those countries.
The chief went on to say over the midnight hours, they did not have a single crossing in the Del Rio sector. He says that's in large part thanks to an increased effort on the Mexican side to slow the migrant flow. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, John Paul. Just to give you some perspective here, Haitians have been migrating to the U.S. in large numbers from South America for several years now. Some have cited a recent earthquake and the assassination of their president as the reason for seeking asylum in the U.S. now. One 38-year-old man described the country as being in, quote, political crisis, end quote. This is another story we will be continuing to follow as it develops. Tune into the Night Beat tonight at 10 for the latest on that situation. New at 5:30, crime scene tape and evidence markers littering the area of an apartment complex over on the west side. Police say shots rang out after a woman got into a fight with her neighbor. This was at Culebra near Ingram. The 50-year-old woman who was shot multiple times is now in the hospital. Police have not said what that argument was about, but did describe this as an ongoing dispute. San Antonio police working several shooting cases from overnight, including a case where a man found his friend with several gunshot wounds near the corner of Keats Avenue and Huron Street over on the city's southwest side. Officers say the victim was uncooperative, but blood was found at a home on Division. It's unclear right now if those two scenes are connected. And yet another shooting scene from overnight, this one outside a Northside nightclub near Loop 1604 and I-10. Police say a man was shot in the arm and took off from the scene, eventually ending up at a hospital. Security at the scene was able to help police detain the suspected shooter and recover a weapon. That suspect is in custody tonight, but so far an identity has not been released. Meanwhile, the countdown now underway until the start of early voting. Only one race on the ballot in this special election. Candidates are competing to fill the seat of former state representative Leo Pacheco of San Antonio. Pacheco gave up his District 118 seat in the Texas legislature last month in an effort to take a job at San Antonio College. 5 candidates have filed for the election. We have those candidates listed on your screen right now. You can cast a ballot from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow. Election Day is September 28th. We have details on polling locations right now on KSAT.com. Still ahead on the news at 5:30, a woman disappearing during her cross-country journey, a new discovery in the Gabby Petito case, what was uncovered in a remote area of Wyoming, and the latest in the search for Petito's boyfriend. And the booster shot back up for discussion, this time with the CDC. It is coming up when we return. To a new discovery tonight in the case of Gabby Petito, who vanished during a cross-country journey. Within the last 30 minutes, the FBI announcing a body believed to belong to Petito has been found by law enforcement agents in Wyoming. This is in an area of campgrounds in the Bridger-Teton National Forest. This is the same general area where search crews have been looking for Petito. Petito's boyfriend returned home in Florida without her. He has been named a person of interest in the case, but he is also currently missing. COVID-19 booster shots are expected to be back up for discussion. Vaccine advisors with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will meet this week. The CDC says the 7-day average of COVID-19 deaths hit a high last week, not seen since March 1st, before the vaccine was widely available. John Lawrence reports.
The Biden administration had hoped to start administering COVID-19 booster shots to the general population this week. But vaccine advisors to the FDA only recommended an emergency use authorization of Pfizer vaccine to people 65 and older and those at high risk of severe COVID-19. They didn't recommend a third dose for people 16 and older, citing a lack of data about the safety and efficacy of a third dose.
I don't think they made a mistake, but the one thing I think people need to realize that data are coming in literally on a daily and weekly basis.
And health officials say that data will likely result in more Americans rolling up their sleeves for a third time in the not too distant future.
The place that might still be somewhat questionable would be the very youngest individuals. Is the benefit risk needed there? But certainly I think there will be a decision in the coming weeks to extend boosters beyond the list that they approved on Friday.
President Biden's new vaccine requirement could impact tens of millions of Americans, and it's a move that's drawing criticism from some Republican leaders.
As we look forward, if this president has the ability to mandate vaccines, what powers do we not grant this president? What does he not have the ability to do?
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Outside with live cam this evening, it's been another unseasonably hot day for us here. Just like yesterday, we tied the record high temperature yesterday afternoon. I'm still waiting on today's official high temperature, but we at least got up to 98. And if you ask me, that's plenty. We do have a couple of hot afternoons to go before some heat relief arrives with our first fall cold front. We'll talk all about that coming up shortly, but first, let's check on the aquifer. Today, it is up a little bit more than half a foot, and in your Sunday pollen count, fall elm was high yesterday. Today, it's moderate. Ragweed is still moderate, and molds are low. We'll be right back.
All right, Katie, we will officially welcome in fall this week, but summer not giving up without a fight before we get our first taste of fall weather.
No, summer will be holding on until the bitter end here, and the timing of our first front is really ironic because, as Tim mentioned, it's going to coincide with the official start of the new fall season, and I'm really excited to tell you about this front. But first, let's take a quick look at radar. If you've been out and about today, you may have seen off in the distance some slightly darker clouds, maybe a few downpours, maybe you were even one of the very lucky yards They got a little bit of rain today. We've had some stray shower activity out there, and we do have some outflow boundaries, these thin green lines that continue to dance around this evening. So through sunset, we're going to hold on to a minimal chance of rain, just about a 10% chance of a stray shower through about the 8 o'clock hour. Otherwise, it will just be toasty as we wrap up the weekend. Here's a look at your preliminary high temperatures for today. Still waiting on the official high, so I'll have that for you tonight on the night beat. But here at the airport, we at least got up to 98. And this time of year, our average highs have now dropped into the upper 80s. So we're pushing high temperatures nearly 10 degrees above average for this time of year. But relief is on the way. Not immediately. We do have another very hot day coming up tomorrow. I'm forecasting a high of 100 tomorrow afternoon. And again, that will be 10 plus degrees above normal for this time of year. But by tomorrow afternoon, our first fall front will be moving into the Texas Panhandle, and it will arrive later in the day on Tuesday. So it'll actually be a little before the official start of fall. The autumnal equinox is actually Wednesday afternoon, but by Wednesday afternoon, we'll be sitting in a drier air mass, slightly cooler, but mainly drier. Breezy by Wednesday afternoon as well. So we do have some welcome changes coming our way here within the next 48 hours or so. Currently, it's 97 at the airport, 95 New Braunfels, 102 in Cotulla, and 101 out in Del Rio. So plenty warm out there tonight. Skies will gradually become clear again. As I mentioned, we'll hold on to that minimal chance of a shower through about 8 o'clock. After that, rain chances drop out of the forecast, and we'll just have clear skies with temperatures slow to fall into the upper 70s through midnight. Overnight, clear skies, temperatures falling into the low to mid 70s for a lot of us. Some upper 60s, near 70 possible in the hill country. Light winds overnight out of the south, just about 2 to 5 miles per hour. And then another hot day tomorrow. So the changes don't kick in until Tuesday. So when you step outside tomorrow afternoon and it's still hot, just know we've got another solid hot day in front of us on Monday. But by Tuesday, that's when the changes start to arrive. So enough with the heat. Let's talk about the good stuff here. So by Monday afternoon, we're sitting in the triple digits. Front is moving into the Texas Panhandle. This will move our direction by early Tuesday. It'll still be off to the north, but it'll be working into central Texas. Now, we're on the tail end of the good rain making energy, so that does mean rain chances really aren't too great with this front. I don't want you to get too excited. We're going to go about a 30% chance coverage-wise for some isolated showers and storms. Tuesday afternoon, as this front is approaching the Highway 90 corridor, through about 7, 8 o'clock Tuesday evening. That's San Antonio's best window to see an isolated shower or storm. By 7 p.m. Tuesday, still some isolated rain possible. Skies becoming mostly cloudy, breezy north winds starting to kick in. By 10 p.m. Tuesday, our rain chances drop out of the forecast, but it will be breezy. Humidity will be falling. And by the time you get up on Wednesday morning, low temperatures will be in the 60s. It will be breezy and the air will be much drier. So I want to reiterate, we don't have a ton of cooler air coming in behind this front, but we have some much drier air that will be moving in, that by Wednesday and all the way through next weekend, our dew points will be much lower, the air will be drier, and that's what makes it feel a little bit like fall. So that's what we have to look forward to back half of this week. But remember, tomorrow is still a hot day. It'll be hot for most of the day on Tuesday, but the changes kick in Tuesday evening, and Wednesday for the official start of fall, looking much better. Tim.
Morning temperatures look great. Thank you, Katie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Larry, the Texans pick up a loss on their road trip to Cleveland, but did they lose something else, too?
Well, temporarily at least, it looks like quarterback Tyrod Taylor will not be ready for their Texans Thursday night game, and that's because he suffered a hamstring injury today against the Browns, and he was having a great game before he had to leave. Plus, yesterday, the Roadrunners' defense was stout against Middle Tennessee. Coming up.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
Houston played at Cleveland today, where the Texans suffered a loss in more ways than one. Early on, the Texans were looking good. Tyrod Taylor throws to Phillip Lindsay. Great call, 22-yard touchdown, and we're tied at 7 in the first quarter. Second quarter, same score. Taylor tucks and runs to his right and gets outside for a 15-yard touchdown on a 14-7 lead. But he appeared to pull up lame at the end of the run, which turned out to be bad for Houston. Excuse me. He finished out the quarter but didn't play in the second half after suffering a hamstring injury. This game was tied 14-all at halftime. Third quarter, Baker Mayfield throws a quick pass to Demetric Felton. He does the rest, spinning off defenders, breaking tackles. 33-yard touchdown, and the Browns lead 21-14. They were up 24-14 after 45 minutes of football. Fourth quarter, Texans rookie QB Davis Mills finds Brandon Cooks, who goes airborne, 2-yard touchdown, and Houston is down 24-21. The first TD pass for Mills, but the Browns put this one on ice right here. Nick Chubb, 26 yards to the house with 5:59 left in the game. He had 95 of the Browns' 156 yards rushing. Some 2.5 minutes ago, Grant Delpit on the blitz just lights up Davis. He never saw him coming. Cleveland takes it 31-21. Texans receiver Danny Amendola also left the game with a hamstring injury. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys are playing out the LA Chargers, and the Cowboys lead 17-14 in the fourth quarter. Zeke and Tony Pollard scored on short touchdown runs in the first quarter. We'll have highlights and post tonight on Instant Replay. The 2-10 triangle of toughness was on display at the Alamo Dome yesterday, with the UTSA Roadrunners defense dominated Middle Tennessee in the Conference USA opener for both sides. The Birds defense held the Blue Raiders to 8 yards rushing and 199 total yards of offense. Plus, they came within 3.5 minutes of back-to-back shutouts. UTSA had 5 total sacks. Tremaine Bell II led the way with 2 sacks, while Charles Wiley had 1.5 sacks in the Roadrunners' 27-13 win.
They knew they couldn't run it, and so they turned into a heavy drop-back pass. So we got to go after them more, and we've got some really good players out there that really play hard, and they're fast, and they're tough to block. I mean, it's tough going against them in practice every day. They'll make you lose your spirit for what we call plays.
Kudos to the our front seven. Them boys been working hard, day in and day out, and they take pride in not being able to have the ball ran on them. So I would really say it's all up to them. And like I said before, the coaches gave us a great game plan to go off of this week, and one of the big things was to stop the run. They put up a lot of yardage on us last year, and make sure we rewrite last year and not have that same story this time around.
The defense also posted 9 tackles for loss and scored a defensive touchdown for the second week in a row. Offensively, the Roadrunners racked up 452 yards total offense. Sincere McCormick rushed for 105 yards. Frank Harris threw for 264 and 2 touchdowns. And Zachary Franklin had a game-best 114 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. UTSA will play at Memphis Saturday, September 25th at 2:30 p.m. Incarnate Word beat Texas State last night 42-34. It's the first time in program history the Cardinals defeated an FBS program. Cardinals quarterback Cameron Ward had 376 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. Bobcats head coach Jake Spavital called it an embarrassing loss. Texas State is 1-2, while ULW improves to 2-1. And out in Seguin, the Trinity Tigers dropped half 100 on the board to beat Texas Lutheran 51-14 yesterday. Trinity quarterback Tucker Horn threw for 298 yards and 5 touchdowns. Austin Burtness caught 2 of those 5 touchdown passes. Trinity is 2-0 and has scored 50 points in back-to-back games, while TLU falls to 1-2. Red-hot San Antonio FC won in Sacramento last night 1-0, giving them 9 points in their 3-match cross-country road trip. On-loan defender Courtney Ford scored the lone goal in the 74th minute with a header, give Marcus Epps the assist. SAFC has won 9 of its last 13 matches. They sit second in the USL Championship Mountain Division with 40 points. St. Mary's women's soccer played host to Texas Southern this afternoon, the Rattlers' final non-conference game. Both teams scoreless in the first half, but the home team breaks through early in the second. Jackie Miller's first shot deflects right back to her, and she buries it in the back of the net. That's the only goal of the match. St. Mary's wins it 1-0. Friday night, the Holmes Huskies beat the O'Connor Panthers 39-14, improving to 3-1 overall and 1-1 in District 29 6A. They're a 2-point conversion away from being undefeated this season. Holmes trailed 7-0 and 14-7 before scoring 25 unanswered points to come back and win. Quarterback Christopher Medeles went 9 of 18 for 246 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he rushed for 114 yards with 3 more touchdowns. Young man is having a great senior season. Tonight on Instant Replay, we'll have the best of BGC Week 4 and a brand new 12's Top 12. Tim?
Thank you, Larry. We'll see you on Instant Replay later tonight. We'll see you guys right after this.
All right, making a run at 100 tomorrow afternoon. Also pretty toasty on Tuesday before that frontal boundary moves in the evening hours with a low chance of rain, breezy and much less humid by Wednesday. Yeah, 87 is still on the warm side, but I will take 87 over 97 any day.
I will be finding things to do indoors on Monday and Tuesday. Thank you, Katie. And we'll see you back here for the Night Beat tonight at 10. Until then, have a good evening.